What's good, Joe? Welcome back to a brand new Marvel video, I guess, discussions video. Whatever the hell you want to call it, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally here with the Comic-Con news. A lot of news got announced at Comic-Con. We're only going to be talking about the Marvel stuff and just not everything, especially from what happened the first day about the animated stuff. We won't really talk about that. We'll mostly obviously be talking about Phase 5 because that's the good where the good shit was, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into Phase 5, let's quickly go over Spider-Man freshman year because it's Spider-Man. You guys know I love Spidey. Fuck it, why don't we talk about it while we're here? So, we got the announcement that the show will be coming out in sometime in 2024. So yeah, we got to have to wait another 2 years for this show before we can finally see it. Sucks, but hey, it looks really good, man. They've already, of course, announced freshman year, sophomore year, which is kind of crazy. They've already announced season 2, and season 1 still hasn't even come out yet. But we had that. We had some. Does this article actually show the pictures at all? Let me go check real quick. Yeah, we got some of the designs that we got here for the show. Very Steve Ditko inspired from the 60s, which looks like that's going to be taking a lot. They're going to take a lot from the original Stan Lee Steve Ditko comics from the 60s for this series. And yeah, if you couldn't tell already, this is not connected to the MCU at all, which sucks because I, like a lot of you, thought this was going to be like kind of us giving a little open into how Spidey's origins was in the MCU, how he got bitten by a spider, how he, I don't know, Uncle Ben died and all that shit. But to be fair, we might still get Uncle Ben's death in this show, probably somehow, but yeah, this is obviously going to be its own thing, which kind of sucks, but I'm still very much into it, and I love the art style. I dig what they done with like the homemade suit, I guess you can call it, man. I dig the look of it, the sports jersey, the knee pads and everything. Looks really cool. I liked how like practical it looks, where you got like this canister which is like connected to like his web shooters and shit. Looks really cool. I dig it. You got his friend group, so yeah. Definitely tell this is not in the MC because there's no sign of Ned or Liz, unless that's supposed to be Liz. And of course, you have the obligatory alt girl because, of course, you always got to have him, and the black football player. So, yeah, Spidey's group of friends is going to be having in the show. Should be interesting. And then, of course, we have the villains. I know some of y'all are going to make me hand in my fucking Spider-Man fan pass because I don't really recognize most of them, but obviously we got Doc Ock, we got Chameleon, and, of course, we got the Scorpion. I think this might be like a Shocker or something. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I know him from somewhere. Maybe it's meant to be the Human Torch for all I know. But we got him. Maybe that's supposed to be Hammerhead. I have no idea who this chick is unless it's supposed to be the Rhino. And I don't know who this chick is supposed to be. But yeah. So, we got the villains, looks cool. We have Doctor Strange going to make an appearance in the show. Very Steve Ditko inspired. Of course, the man without fear, Daredevil, is going to be in the show. With, of course, Charlie Cox returning to reprise his role in the show. And I've heard, and I've seen some other stuff from MCU Direct, mention that apparently, Kevin, that there's definitely going to Kevin Feige has a lot of plans for Spidey and Daredevil in the MCU, because as like Marvel street level heroes. So, that's going to be cool, because I love their interaction in the comics, especially in Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run. They've been amazing in both his first run and his new one that just started a couple weeks ago or last week. Yeah, I think it was either last week or a couple weeks ago when that first issue came out. But yeah, Charlie Cox is going to be coming back. We're going to get a lot of Spider-Man, Daredevil interactions, and I'm so super excited. And then, of course, we got the suits that we got that we're going to get. We have, of course, the classic red-blue suit. We have the Future Foundation suit, and these two suits from the Edge of Tomorrow DLC pack. I forget what their names were. They were literally in a Beyond issue of TASM. I forget that. I think one of them is like a Beetle suit. I don't remember the other one is. I'm sorry, but yeah, I know. I recognize those suits. This is the only one I don't really recognize. Or maybe it's supposed to be that third one from the Edge of Tomorrow DLC pack, because that one was all black, and this one is all black with the wings on it. But yeah, and of course, the big news that basically told us that this is not going to be happening in the MCU is the fact that Norman is going to be replacing Tony Stark as Peter's mentor. And yeah, it looks like that. And I remember, I didn't notice this until Chat PubMed, but it looks like they might have changed up his ethnicity because his skin looks a little bit darker than it usually is, or maybe the dude's just handsome. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a black Norman Osborn in this one. Maybe it's supposed to be Hispanic in this one. But yeah, we have Norman. He's going to be taking over as Peter's mentor. And yeah, I am definitely interested in the show. It does kind of suck. I was kind of hoping we could maybe get a little into this and see how this would have gone into MCU, like we got his full origins, how he got that led directly up to Civil War. But To be fair, that probably wouldn't have given the writers much to work with, so this is probably the better option anyway. But yeah, looks cool. Looking forward to watching this show when it comes out. And hopefully by then I might actually have Disney Plus, because apparently my mom's thinking about signing up to it finally, you know. So that's good. No more pirating. But yeah, love the designs for this suit. I really dig what they did with the traditional black Daredevil suit. Love what they did with that one, man. But yeah, I'm hyped. Looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's basically everything we got to talk about when it comes to Spider freshman year. Oh yeah, we also got our first look at X-Men 97. We might as well talk about this while we're here. No sign of my girl Psylocke, which sucks because I love Psylocke. She's one of my favorite X characters, and I'm pretty sure she was actually in the 90s series too. But who knows? Maybe they might introduce her a little bit later. But yeah, you got the team, classic OG team from the original series, and yeah, man. God, back when Jean actually had a good costume, her new, because you guys know if you read the comics, Jean's been stuck in her Marvel Girl outfit for basically since Dawn of X, and yeah, I fucking hate that suit, Jesus Christ. But what this? Okay, yeah, this was the release date for X-Men 97. It will be coming out in fall 2023. But this is obviously the shocking news that we got from this. Marvel Zombies will be TVMA, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you read that right, ladies and gentlemen. This will be TVMA, and I couldn't be more happy for it. And because that it looks like Marvel is no longer scared of some blood, and they're willing to now give us TVMA content that is with the Marvel Cinematic Universe-ish kind of thing, there is a good chance that Daredevil might also be TVMA for Born Again. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, that is very nice to see, man. That makes me very happy. And yeah, we'll be getting some gore. Hell yeah. I'm surprised they're actually going that far with it, man. But yeah, they also announced that it's been renewed for a second season, even though like this one, there hasn't been a single episode that's dropped yet. And McNeil's also been confirmed to be leading the X-Men for this. Oh, we also got some looks at Marvel's on. I don't think I've actually seen these actually. Oh, there's my girl Carol. There's looks like Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Yelena. I think that's also Shang-Chi. Kamala, I think that ninja guy that got killed off. Red Guardian. Don't know. I think those are Skrulls, and I have no idea who these characters are. But yeah. All right, but that's everything we got for the animated series. Let's of course move on to the main event of Phase 5. So yeah, we first started off, we had an announcement, of course, that the Secret Invasion is going to be coming out in spring 2023. They also changed the logo again, which I'm not too sold on. I kind of prefer the old logo. That was basically the comics logo. But yeah, Secret Invasion. It's so weird that this is going to be its own little Disney Plus series and not a main Avengers movie like we all thought it was. We all thought this was going to be like Avengers 5, you know. This was going to be Avengers 5, but nah, man, we did get Avengers 5, but we're getting a little less. But yeah, Secret Invasion going to be a Disney Plus series, and yeah, we got of course Guardians 3 is going to be coming out in May 2023. Got a new logo as well. I fucks with it. Loki season 2 got announced, confirmed for 2023. So that's Pog. And then of course we had Blade, which definitely does. I don't know if this was already confirmed by now, but we got confirmation that will be a movie and it'll be coming in November 3rd, 2023, my birth month. Hell yeah! I get vampires on my birth month. Hell yeah, Blade. So, yeah, we got that. Of course, we got Echo, which will be coming out in summer 2023. Funny story about this one. I actually got a little interesting story about this one. So right when I was about to leave HSU, once after we packed everything up and we were about to go back to the hotel room to chill there and just basically wait until tomorrow before we get on our flight, I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go pee real quick. So I went over to, and because where my dorm was, it was basically like right across the street from where my classes were. It wasn't that too far of a walk. I just decided to walk over there and just use the bathroom there to take a piss. Because by that point, I already turned in my key. So I go in there, I go to where the bathroom is, and I go take a piss. After I come out of the bathroom, I saw something in the corner of my eye. I honestly thought it was something about Star Wars Eclipse, you know? I thought it was something about Star Wars, but then I go check, and it was actually a casting call for Echo. And if I remember, I'll put the photo on here right now because I did take a photo of it and showed it to a couple of my friends that this was happening. They were having a casting call. They did say, "Oh, we'll take anybody if there's any ethnicity for extras, but preferably Native Americans." And I feel like that was their legal way of saying we only want Native Americans. Fuck you. But yeah, so yeah, that was cool. I wish man, if I wasn't leaving like the next day, I might have gone there and tried to see if I could sneak in some set photos and see if I can get a look at Charlie Cox. You know, probably not. They probably would have kept that shit top secret. But yeah, so yeah, some of Echo's gonna be shot in Humboldt, I guess. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, Echo. So yeah, that's a nice little funny story for y'all. Next up, we had Ironheart, which will be streaming in fall 2023, which we already got a look of her in Wakanda Forever. The trail dropped in her, so that's pretty cool. We got Agatha, which they changed the title from, I think it was called Agatha House of Horrors to Agatha Kelvin of Chaos. This will be coming out in winter 2023. Next up, we have Captain America 4. It has been revealed, the title has been revealed, and it's Captain America. Come on, y'all didn't think I was going to talk about this movie and not throw an NWO reference in there somewhere. I even tweeted once I saw this title because the news had already come out. Once I got back from seeing everything had already dropped by that point, I said, "Where the fuck my NWO peeps at?" Seriously, bro, there better be some NWO orphan somewhere in this goddamn movie. You can't have something called New World Order and not throw something in there about the NWO. But yeah, New World Order, Captain America 4, cool. We then got the She-Hulk trailer, which I reacted to, so you guys can check that video if you want to see that. And then, of course, we had the new poster, but of course, the big thing that came from this was Daredevil. And when I saw this news, bro, you can see right here, I lost my mind. Remember, by this point, everything had already been announced, so I just saw this on my feed, and yeah, you guys can read that tweet for yourself. I went fucking mental, bro, when I saw this, man. And of course, we have the screenshots right here of Daredevil. I'm not too high on the fact that he's rocking the yellow. I just feel that's kind of weird to put him back in the yellow after everything that's been happening with the Netflix series, and they started off with the red. But yeah. But anyway, after that got announced, we then, of course, got Daredevil Born Again, starring Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. It feels so good to finally see this man, to finally see season 4 right in the flesh. Now, the interesting thing about this, let me check if it's okay. It's not mentioned next. Is it in the replies? No, but this got announced that it's going to be a full 18 episodes long. Is going to be this show. Now, to put that in perspective, all of the Disney Plus shows up to this point have only been about 6 episodes. The Netflix series were about 12 to 13 episodes a season, meaning this is going to be longer than the Netflix series were, which is kind of crazy to think about. They're going this hard with Daredevil. Now, the next thing that we got to talk about is the title, Daredevil Born Again. And now this is what I tweeted out. I would say we already got Born Again Season 3, but who the fuck cares? Yes, as you guys know, if you guys did watch the Netflix series, Born Again was Season 3. Season 3 did adapt Born Again. So that begs the question, why the fuck is Daredevil Season 4 called Born Again when Season 3 adapted Born Again? Now, I have 2 reasons for this. I have 2 theories on why this title is a thing. Number 1, I think the first thing is either A, this is either going to be a retread of Season 3, i.e. going to be a PG-13 version of Season 3, and we're going to be getting a lesser version of Season 3, where they're going to be readapting Born Again. Are you fucking kidding me? People are still on about this shit? The movie's already shot, you dumbasses! They're not going to recast it. Anyway. I swear to God, people. Anyway, as I was saying. I either think this is going to be either a retread of Season 3, where they're just going to give us a PG-13 version of Born Again, i.e. a lesser version of Season 3. Or, this is meant to be more metaphorical. By that I mean that this is Daredevil being reintegrated into the MCU. He is once again being born again. So it could also mean that. They could just be calling it Born Again as more metaphorical of Daredevil and I guess the rest of the Netflix characters. Given how long this is, I wouldn't be surprised if they reintroduce all the Netflix characters in this one show. Where they're all just being reintroduced into the MCU. They're being born again. that could be the reason why it's called this. I also think this logo is sick. It's clean as hell, man. But yeah, that's my theory. But I think my man High Top said it best. Yay, Daredevil. Now please be TVMA. The fact that they of course have made Marvel Zombies TVMA, that definitely gives me a slight hope that this too will be TVMA, but we won't know for sure. But as High Top says, it should be. So yeah, and you guys can see this on my Twitter. I'm losing my goddamn mind with all this Daredevil news. But I gotta keep remembering. I gotta always kind of like dial back my excitement. If this was Netflix still doing it, I would be losing my mind. But this isn't Netflix anymore. The Netflix series are dead. This is Disney Plus doing this. Will this be on the same level as the Netflix series? You guys know I've been worried about this basically since season 4 got announced. And given, like I said with Moon Knight, you guys know how I said Moon Knight had to been like the Netflix series for it to work. And I mentioned this in my review that it was the closest you'll ever get to the Netflix series on Disney Plus. And because of how great Moon Knight turned out, that gives me a little bit more hope for Daredevil, and that it will be at least of the same vein of the Netflix series, but it's still Disney Plus. We don't know we don't even know who's running it. If they announce that all the showrunners and writers from from the Netflix series are coming back to do this, man, then I'll be happy. I'll be good. Then that'll kind of like ease my worries and that. But yeah, man, I want to be excited for this. I want to be screaming to the heavens that Marvel Netflix is back, that Daredevil is back, and it will be just as good as season 3. But I can't, man. I can't until we get some more of this. I want to be excited, but I can't be as excited as I want to be, man. Not just for my own expectations. But yep, next up we had the release. We got announced of Thunderbolts. That'll be coming out on July 26, 2024. Looking forward to this one. You guys know that apparently that James Gunn was originally supposed to direct this, but because Marvel gave him the boot and he defected to DC, he did the Suicide Squad, and then Disney came crawling back to him to come back for Guardians 3. And now he says, fuck Thunderbolts. So yeah, we're going to be getting a new guy that's going to be directing it. I did like what they showed off of the team, where we did get the announcement of Yelena. We also got, I believe it was Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Baron Zemo, of course, is going to be in there as well. And I think also Taskmaster. I think there might be another member as well. But those were some of the members that we already got announced that will be in Thunderbolts. I dig the team, and I'm down to see for this movie, but no lie, after how good the Suicide Squad turned out, I can't shake the feeling that we're going to be getting a lesser movie because James Gunn isn't directing this one anymore like he wanted to, but, you know. And of course, you also got to mention that, of course, the original actor that played Thunderbolt Ross has also recently passed away, so you got that too. It's going to be interesting how they're going to try and work around that, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out. Of course, next up, then we got Fantastic Four coming out November 2024, my birth month. If I can find my tweet. Yeah, here it is. Marvel's First Family coming out my birth month. You love to see it. You love to see it. But yeah. And then, of course, we had the big boys. The next 2 Avengers movie. We are going to be getting 2 Avengers movies in 1 year, man. Oh, sheesh. We ain't good, man. We ain't good in 2025. I mean, Godspeed to the VFX artists that are going to be working on this movie, man. Godspeed to them, but we going to be eating. So the first one we got announced was, of course, Avengers 5 is going to be called Avengers: The Kang Dynasty on May 2nd, 2025. And then, of course, the one that we all were hyped for, Avengers 6, Avengers Secret War, in November 7th, 2025. My birth month again, man. Bruh. You love to see it, man, because y'all remember the Infinity War trailer dropped on my birthday, and I was hyped for that movie once it got announced. So now that the next one that I was really excited for, Secret War, is getting adapted, and that was also coming on my birth month, man. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. But yeah, Avengers Secret Wars. Now, the real question is, which Secret Wars are they going to be adapting this one? Is it going to be the original 80s, which we also got confirmation that apparently the Russos are not coming back to direct either of these movies, which kind of sucks because I was kind of hoping they would come back. Love what they did with Infinity War and Endgame, but hey, we'll have to wait and see what they get for this one. But I don't think there's ever been confirmation which Secret Wars they're gonna, because you guys know there's two Secret Wars in the comics. You of course have the original '80s Secret Wars, which is when Spidey got the Venom symbiote. That's when the Black Suit got introduced. And then of course we had the 2015 Secret Wars that was written by Jonathan Hickman, that had Battle World and was all about the multiverses. And like I think it was like all about them like converging into one thing, and they were all colliding into each other. I have a feeling, given that we did get the announcement this is going to be called the Multiverse Saga for Phase 4 through 6, that they're most likely going to be covering the 2015 Secret Wars. We're going to have Battle Worlds, we're going to have multiverses. If they're going to go ham with the cameos and other multiverses we got in this movie, man. But yeah, the logo looks sick as hell, man. I'm so excited for this movie, Avengers Secret War. Oh, I'm so happy that this is finally a thing, man. Secret Wars is being an Avengers movie. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. And it's coming out my birth month, man. Y'all know I'm gonna be there opening weekend, IMAX. I'm gonna be there, bruh. Y'all know me. We going ham. And then, of course, we got the announcement of what this song's gonna be called, the Multiverse Saga. Badass logo, and yeah, man. So then, of course, we have the Wakanda Forever trailer. We also have the poster. Dig it. And then, of course, we got the soundtrack. New music is going to be coming out in actually tomorrow. I don't know if this is going to be the soundtrack for the movie, or this is just maybe going to be like a little teaser or like a little taster for a teaser for us for the actual soundtrack of the movie. Hopefully, Kendrick Lamar is coming back to produce like he did for the first one, because that soundtrack was a banger. But yeah, man. And I think that was about everything that got announced. And then, of course, here we have the full slate of everything. Now, as you guys know, this is going to be Phase 5. But we also found out that Fantastic Four is going to be opening Phase 6. If I can find the picture. Okay, here we go. Here we got the pictures of Phase 5 and Phase 6. So, Phase 5 we have now. As you guys noted, there is something that is missing from this. No sign of Spider-Man 4, and there's nothing about Armor Wars in here too. Now, here's what I have to say about that. I don't think these release dates are set in stone, because Armor Wars, as you guys can see, is nowhere to be seen, but they have confirmed that it's still happening. Armor Wars is still happening. And of course, there's nothing to mention about Spider-Man 4. Now, I think the reason for both of these, for these not being here, is just because they just don't know the release dates yet, and we have all these empty slots. So, for all we know, Spider-Man 4 could end up taking one of these slots up in Phase 6, and that's when we're getting Spider-Man 4. We might have going 2 whole phases, or no No Way Home was Phase 4. We might go all at Phase 5 with no new Spider-Man content or Spider movie outside of course freshman year, which isn't even canon to the MCU. So I wouldn't be surprised if if like 2 of these dates end up getting filled up by Spider-Man 4 whenever that eventually comes out in Armor Wars. Now we could see them switch some stuff around, and Spider-Man 4 and Armor Wars could get thrown into Phase 4 and Phase 5, but we do not know yet. So we have that, but I do think, but they'll probably either, if they're not going to be in one of these dates, one of these are projects that are going to get pushed back, and they're going to get filled with Armor Wars and Spider-Man 4. That's my theory on why they're not already there, just because they just haven't really gotten much that deep in developing it for either of those projects yet. So yeah, that's what we have. That's what we got from there, and we also got confirmation that Phase 4 is ending with She-Hulk and Wakanda Forever, and Phase 5 is going to be opening with Ant-Man, the Wasp, and of course Phase 6 is going to be opening with Fantastic Four. Still, they haven't confirmed anything about the X-Men yet, but as you guys can tell by all these empty slots, one of these has got to be X-Men. One of these got to be like maybe a Wolverine movie or a Magneto movie. We're going to get mutants somewhere in Phase 6. I wouldn't be surprised if Phase 6 is dubbed the Fox Phase, where they introduce all the Fox characters back into the MCU, and we get the Fantastic Four, which we already got confirmation for, and that's when we'll finally start getting the X-Men. So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if these slots they don't all get filled up by X-Men movies and X-Men projects. So they're not going to get all filled with X-Men projects. Then most likely that's where we're going to then Armor Wars and Spider-Man 4 is most likely going to fill a couple of those slots. We'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, man, that is everything that got announced. That was shown off, and here's a better look at the suit. I'm not entirely sold on them going back to the yellow. It kind of looks a little ugly, but maybe once we see it in decent lighting and everything, it might look a little bit better. But I'm not entirely sold on this suit yet. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Anyway, guys, that is all I got for you guys for today for the announcements. I'm hyped. There's a lot of cool shit in here, man. Especially Wakanda Forever looks fucking incredible, man. You guys saw my reaction to the trailer. Secret Wars is obviously the one thing that I'm most excited for because, oh my god, man, that's gonna be awesome. And I think I actually got the comic in my Comixology account. But yeah, I'm super excited for Secret Wars, and I'm super happy and I'm super excited what they're gonna have in store for us with that one. What they're gonna do for the Kang Dynasty is gonna be interesting now that we know Kang the Conqueror is going to be the main villain of the main big bad of this new saga. And yeah, man, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolt should be fun. Daredevil Born Again. I want to get excited for that, but I gotta temper my expectations just because it's Disney Plus, man. But yeah, we got a lot of good shit. New World Order, Ironheart, Echo, Blade, Loki, Guardians, Secret Invasion, bruh. We gonna be eating for Phase 5. If you guys, like, I have a feeling, to all the people that weren't so high on Phase 4, I feel like Phase 5 and Phase 6 are gonna make up for Phase 4's more lackluster reception. Me personally, I've loved Phase 4. It's like probably it's probably like a little below Phase 3. Phase 3 is probably still my all-time favorite phase of the MCU, but Phase 4 I would say the close because there's been a lot of great shit in Phase 4, at least in my opinion. But yeah, Phase 5 and Phase 6, that's when we're kicking off into high gear, man. We're gonna get the X-Men finally. We're gonna be getting the new Avengers movies. Oh, I'm so excited, man. There's a lot of good shit. But yeah, thanks for this video off, guys. As always, leave your thoughts down in the comments. What are you excited for? What are you not excited for? Are you scared? Are you excited? Are you petrified for Daredevil Born Again? Leave that all down in the comments, man. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.